Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey, everybody. Oh, wow. I got to do the opener. That's rare.
No, I'm not a gatekeeper here. Anyone can do anything.
No, but on podcasts, you need to have a set way of doing things because that's what people listen for and get used to. When you mix it up, they feel uneasy. People are feeling uneasy right now because they're like, Kel was meant to start with this, hey, everybody.
Are you suggesting that if you analyse the podcast, you'll find me repeating the same things over and over again for the last 223 episodes because I know what I'm doing?
Yep.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. A very hello to Lucy.
Oh, hello.
And a very hello to Casey.
Yo, yo.
And I'm also here. Welcome to the podcast. Big weekend. Welcome back to Monday, everybody.
I haven't slept. I haven't slept. I haven't slept.
Why?
I had stupid MSG again. I bought some beautiful fillets of fish that had a seasoning on them, and it didn't say it was MSG, but when I Googled it, it was. So I was wide awake. Then my daughter came in crying at one point. About 11 p.m. she came in crying, so I had to go deal with that. Came back in, put my foot into bed, put my foot into a pile of vomit from one of the dogs. That was fun. One of the other dogs was just walking around the bedroom having an existential crisis. So the puppy started barking in the crate, and then we took the puppy out, and then the two dogs ran around the room at about 1 a.m. at this stage. Then I smelled poo in the room, and I couldn't find it, which means the puppy ate the poo. And by this stage, I was so enraged, I could not sleep. And then I came into work, and so I've not slept. So I think I'm going to have a nap today.
Couple of things out of all of that. And you already know what I'm going to say. We can't complain about the dogs.
We chose to have the dogs.
Because we chose to have the dogs.
Yep.
Casey has already told us this.
Yes.
Casey said from the start, from the jump, Casey said no dogs.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of dogs.
Told you so.
Yeah.
There, I said it.
Casey's great though, because normally you'd be like, oh, not a fan of dogs, must be a cat person. No, not a fan of any animals.
No, thank you. Look after yourself, mate. Not
So
for me.
for your housewarming, I shouldn't buy a little cheeky budgie?
No. Every
want my-
video of Lucy's is
I
in
know,
the
I've got
background.
budgies in the back. I love that sound. though.
Every time you are on a phone call with Lucy at our home, Casey is definitely going, can't you guys hear that? That screeching in the background? What is that?
Yeah.
I know. I'm surprised you
We're
can
like-
even hear me.
That's the budgies. The other thing I'll bring out of that last, I'm not going to call it a rant, the last explanation of what you've been
Explaining
through.
my life.
Yeah.
The other thing was, you said fillets of fish.
Fish?
And I asked myself the question, what's the difference between a fillet of fish and a fillet of
It's
fish?
just the pronunciation, and the way to pronounce it, I think, in France would be filet, and then we say fillet, which
I
is still
wonder
fine.
why Macca's fancied up.
To make it fancy. Order a fillet of fish at Macca's. You don't go
Yeah.
fillet of fish. You
I
go to-
thought people called it the fillet of
No,
fish.
and I speak on behalf of everyone who loves a good fillet of fish
Mm.
because it's my favourite burger at Macca's is a fillet of fish.
It is.
Why is that funny look for, Casey?
Interesting.
Why?
I think that's the most disliked burger.
Are you serious?
Wait. Only one of us.
She looked at me like she ate a fillet of fish then.
Only one
fillet
of us.
fish. I fillet fish.
Only one of us has worked in the takeaway food industry.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that is
me.
Casey.
Where?
She's a
What do you
Hungry
mean?
Jack's
You should-
girl.
I thought you worked at Bunnings.
I did Hungry Jack's, Anaconda, bit of this, bit of that, then Bunnings.
Can I say something? I don't like Hungry Jack's, no offence.
Me neither, babe.
Can I say something? I love Hungry Jack's. What was the burger of choice at Hungry Jack's? Was it the Whopper?
Yeah. But then when the vegan Whoppers came in, everyone was just eating those.
What?
Even me, they just tasted so much better. The vegan Whoppers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they went absolutely bonkers, and then back to Whoppers, yeah.
Yeah, we learned a ton about what happens in the food service industry. That the girls are the only ones allowed at the front desk.
Yep.
Because boys are pimply and got really
Yep.
bad hair.
That's sexist.
That's what they said. It's
Can
true.
I just say, I've just quickly Googled
Oh.
what is the burger least commonly ordered from McDonald's? It's a fillet of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I am right. It's usually
The only
what
thing
happens.
that's I love a fillet.
Outside of Lent, when it's the more popular burger, which
Here's-
is at the moment.
Yep.
Here's what I love about a fillet of fish.
Love a fillet of fish.
And here's what I love. The bun, which is different from every other bun
Yeah.
at McDonald's. The bun is like this smooth
Yeah.
bun.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Shiny
they put,
bun.
I feel like, and Casey would agree, I feel like they put extra sugar in the bun.
Yeah, it's all fake.
It's almost like a lolly in and of itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just sugar bread.
The thing that throws me though is it's a big square.
Yeah.
It's a square
It's
of
a fish finger, mate. It's a big fish finger. And this coming from the
flat-
man who used to make fish finger burgers at home, it's just a big fish finger. It's a square fish finger.
Just saying, if they want
Love
to,
it.
if they're bothered to make the nuggets look like nuggets, when they don't have to? Why haven't they made the fish look a little bit more
Because
like
it's
a
the
fish?
same shape as the cheese.
Ah,
It's a scientifically sort of
technical.
engineering thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the burger's are round, so to be different, the fish should be square. Anyway,
That's not even remotely making any sense at all. Because the burger is round, the fish must therefore be square.
no, I said because the beef burgers are round. To differentiate between a round beef burger, let's have a square fish
That
patty.
actually makes so much
No,
sense.
it
And I
don't.
and I
agree.
feel like the McChicken patty is
100%.
kind of like oblong.
Yeah, to make it differentiated
It's of a
again.
different shape.
But classically, if you're going to be a fish, I give it a triangle. You give it somewhat of a triangle. You don't do it like
That
a...
is the hardest thing to eat because I do
Tiny
corner,
triangle.
make it a circle, then eat it.
What?
That's
You eat food you eat food based on the shape of the food?
yes. There's
So if
different
it's a-
ways to eat foods
So hang
depending on the shape.
So I give you a sandwich that
Yeah.
hasn't been cut. You're eating corner before you eat the sandwich.
If things are sticking out of it, I eat the things sticking out. Yeah. Then
All right.
I go for the
I
middle.
see what she's saying.
Yep. Sorry.
Got a little confused there.
everyone.
We are all now aware that you like the least favourite burger at McDonald's.
Yep, because I do not succumb to society's expectations or norms. I'm a rule breaker, and I break it by ordering the fillet of fish.
But I can guarantee you,
No,
Lucy will be getting one on the way home.
I won't because I am.
Every time we talk
better
about...
I'm not because
Every time.
I am on a diet.
Just think of it.
I'm
Just
on a
think of
diet.
it. Just think of it. Just
That's
holding
it.
it there in your hands. No one's going to know.
That's fine.
It's just a cheeky little fillet of fish. No one will ever know.
Doesn't matter. I'm not.
Doesn't
I'm not.
faze her.
I'm not that girl anymore. I'm a strong girl. I'm a big girl. I went out shopping the other day and Casey looked at my shopping list and she told me what was bad. And I was such a good girl. I went to the shops and I didn't buy any of the bad things that Casey said I shouldn't buy. So
What about the chocolate we got in the fridge that's just for us?
that's the one bad thing I got.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
I would like to say I have permission to talk about this person.
Right.
And I have permission to tell this story. That's just covering myself legally
And it's new for Lucy.
to get permission. Well, in this day and age.
Remember
This
when you tried to
litigious
hide...
society.
Remember last week when you tried to hide Mariska's identity and then
Yeah.
halfway through the chat you're like, and Mariska said...
Oh, I never heard from her, so obviously.
yeah, obviously, because you didn't... Anyway.
Anyway,
So who are we talking about?
Casey, producer Casey, little munchkin, little minishka, little Baba Casey, my little girl, my daughter from another mother. Casey is moving into a different house. That's right, she's moving out.
Oh, she's married.
Yeah, she's married now. She's moving out of the parental house into another place. And I was watching on her socials on the weekend
As you
she
are wont
was,
to do.
as I want to do, of her preparing to move into this place. And she has the cleaning bucket and she's cleaning. And I'm like, good girl. And I came in this morning and I just said to her, how's the move going? And she said, very well. And then she told me that she had made brownies. And as part of moving into this new place, she went around and introduced herself to all her neighbours and gave them brownies that she had cooked.
That sounds like a very Casey thing to do.
Can I bring her mic up for 1 second?
You're more than welcome to. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning, guys.
I think Lucy's question is going to be, where's our brownies?
They're too healthy.
It's
Oh,
nothing.
that's what I was going to ask.
All right.
First of all, before we get to the fact that you made brownies and you went around and introduced yourself to neighbours, to strangers, did you give them healthy ones, babe, that were like avocado and like... Or did you give them sugar brownies?
No. Their recipe called for 3 cups of sugar. I only put 1 cup.
There you
So
go.
they still tasted all right.
So they
Okay.
had sugar inside of them, which is huge for Casey.
Because they'd just be like, if your new neighbour's like, oh, this girl's lovely, then they eat it and they're like, oh, bleh.
Anyway, well done for
Well
giving
done.
brownies and going and meet the neighbours, Casey.
Were you
Good job.
nervous going to your neighbour's house?
No,
This
not
is
at all.
Casey we're talking about.
Okay, see, this is the thing, everybody. Casey is a better person than us. She has gone and met all the neighbours. She knows all of their backstories, who they are now, and she's all set. Kel and I have
Not
lived
to
in...
give it too many details away, she's got itineraries for her neighbours, like
Yeah,
where
she
they
knows
go
where
and
they're
what they
going.
do.
Yeah, she knows their lives, their jobs.
The brownies
how many
really,
children they have.
The brownies really unlock some conversations. That's all I'll say.
We live in a court. Kel and I have lived there for, I guess this is our 3rd year, maybe.
3 years in a cul-de-sac.
We've never met our neighbours.
Well, we do meet our
Well,
neighbours.
I said hello to one guy once, and he said, happy 3,000 shows. And then I was like, oh, no, he knows we work in radio. And I was like, oh, and he goes, I saw you on the news. And I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, what's your name? Because it's been, like, that was late last year. So I've lived opposite him for 2.5 years, and he goes, and he told me his name. And I was like,
Do
oh,
you remember?
lovely.
Do you
Yes.
remember? Okay. So you
Brandon
are,
or Brendan.
Don't say
Brendan.
his name.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's lovely and his wife looks lovely. They got lovely kids and I wanted to be the person like Casey. I wanted to take brownies around to everyone in the court and be like, we're here. But I just didn't want to be like too extra. So I didn't. And then the gap got too big and now the gap is too big and it's been too long.
What would you have prepared? What would you have taken over?
Biscuits.
You would have made biscuits.
Don't look at me like that.
I'm asking the question with my eyebrows up here. You would have made biscuits.
Yep.
Okay. What sort of biscuits would you have made?
Well, I've never made biscuits before.
In your life before.
Okay, then I would have made biscuits. Cupcakes. I've made cupcakes.
I can believe that.
Yeah. And
we should have done that, day 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe they'd
and now
come
it's
to us.
year 3?
I thought someone would come over and be like, hey, welcome to our cool gang.
Well,
We're a cool
there you
gang on the
go.
court.
Now you're thinking more like me. Nobody came and knocked on our door.
That's right. See, the thing is, before we lived in this court, we lived on 2 houses on one property. We were the back house, was a front house in Ringwood, and we got to know the fronties. We were the backies, and the fronties, and he was a policeman, and I really liked him and his wife. They were a blended family. Then I googled his name, and he's a really high up copper in Vicpol, and I was like, felt very safe living behind him. And we would leave gifts on his doorstep,
lot of information.
and he would leave gifts. And at Easter, I'd leave an Easter basket for his kid, and that was lovely. But we don't have that anymore.
At one point in your life, you're living next door to your sister. Did you take some cupcakes over to her?
We throw them over the back fence. I'd throw things over the back fence. Just sometimes I'd throw junk as a laugh.
What?
Yeah.
You threw rubbish over the fence into your sister's backyard.
Funny rubbish that they'd find and laugh.
Hilarious rubbish.
This morning, though, I want to ask her 1300 777 899. Did you do what Casey did? Did you go and introduce yourself to the neighbours with gifts?
I want to know what the meal was, like what the treat was.
Did you cook something, bake something, or alternatively, has someone come to you and left gifts at your doorstep and be like, we are new? Because Kel and I have not done this, but Casey's done it, and I feel like that is the way to do things.
I think back in the 90s it was casserole and that was it.
Yeah,
the only thing you could take over was casserole.
I'd love to know. I'd love to hear your story because I think Kel and I think we're in the wrong and I feel bad about it. 1300 777 899 is the number.
Did you break the ice with the neighbours and what was
with
the
a sweet
gift?
Treat.
Yes, what was the treat that you brought over?
Zeljika says when we were leaving our old place, also a court, we went around with chocolates to say goodbye to the neighbours.
Leaving?
Leaving chocolates.
We didn't say hello, but we are saying goodbye.
Also, Zeljika says, when we moved into our court a few years ago, the next door neighbours came over to introduce themselves with beautiful chocolate gifts, and every Christmas they drop over presents for the kids.
Yeah.
We have now gone around the court and introduced ourselves. All the kids play together, and we have a court Christmas party. Ugh, that's what I'm jealous about.
Unless it comes up in conversation, I'm not sure people are doing the casserole anymore.
No, it's so 80s, mate.
But part of the casserole was good because you give the casserole over, meet the neighbours, and they have to come back and give you the glass bowl back.
I don't want a casserole from someone.
All right. I don't think we'll ever receive a casserole from anyone.
Can you telling me a stranger knocked on the door and said, here's a casserole, that you'd eat that?
Depends on what sort of casserole it was.
Tisha in Balnarring. Oh, what a place to live. Hello, Tisha.
Hi, how are you?
What happened, Tisha? Did you give off gifts when you moved into a place, or did someone drop gifts to you?
I arranged to catch up with my neighbours over coffee, and then when one of the neighbours was leaving, they left me a money tree.
Ooh.
You got plants.
I love money trees. They are beautiful.
Now, when you say catch up for a coffee, do you mean outside on, down at the cafe or just inside in the kitchen?
Cafe.
You were going to go have a coffee with a stranger? You're so brave.
Yeah, I don't think she considers herself all that brave.
I just think that's brave. I wouldn't go to my neighbours, let's go down for a coffee. I'd just stand on the doorstep, do a cheeky 3-minute conversation.
Well, you know what? You're never getting a plant.
I'm never getting a money tree. We've also got Paige in Donnybrook. Hello, Donnybrook.
Hello.
You've done this before?
Yes, I've actually done this since I've moved to Australia. Every house that we moved into, I always went and introduced myself. Maybe it's an American thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
So one of our first houses before we had kids, some of my neighbors had lived next to each other for 10 years and had never met each other. And as I was knocking on the doors, they kind of, popped their heads out and were interested. So we kind of got to know each other that way. But we built about 4 years ago. And so we're all kind of moving in around the same time. And I can't remember exactly what I baked, but we baked something. And I went around and I had a joke that I needed to know who everybody was in case they were a serial killer. So if my kids needed help, they knew which houses not to go to.
You know what? Sometimes it's okay just to throw in a little bit of material just to lighten the mood.
Oh, Paige. I love it, Paige. That's good, Paige.
What sort
Some
of reactions
good stuff
Paige got?
there.
Hey, one of the greats is tuning back in and having a chat to us. Cool in Marysville is joining us. Good morning, Cool.
Morning, guys. It's great to talk to you. How are you both?
Very
So
good.
good. We love you. Cool. How are you going? I bet you're the kind of person who goes around the neighbourhood and introduces yourself.
Yeah, I do. I like to know everybody and say good day and check on, particularly because we've got some oldies, and so I like to check how they're going and they're okay. But what we do every year is we drop Christmas cards in people's letterbox about a week or so before Christmas, and they're the more faith-based ones, so people know where we're coming from. And this year we were pleasantly surprised on Christmas Day. We had a stranger walk up to the front door, our new neighbours that we didn't know, and they said, we found your card so welcoming. They bought cakes and stuff and sat down on Christmas Day and had a chat with us and introduced themselves. Made it all worthwhile.
Very nice.
Oh, cool. Friends for
Nice.
life.
Well done.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
Takes a bit sometimes for Lucy to get into the week. Mondays can be a little slow. So driving into work today, I knew there was one thing I had to do and one thing only, and that was get coffees for the whole team. And that's not a big ask for someone like myself because I love the caffeine. Some could say I'm addicted to the stuff. Love the caffeine. Thought I'd get a coffee for Lucy and for Casey. Went through our regular drive-through and the girls did a wonderful job of making the coffee. I'm not just saying the girls, it's just run by girls. There's just nothing else to say. There's no guys allowed, I've been told, over there at the coffee. Maybe guys don't make good coffee. Anyway, made coffee and it was handed to me, and this is where the first issue of the morning took place. The girl handed me the coffee, or the lady, I should say.
Yeah.
I feel like that sounds more respectful. The lady, I should say, handed me 3 individual cups of coffee without a tray. And I'm not blaming her. Maybe they were out of trays.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a new policy from the boss that said you actually have to charge extra for trays.
Yeah.
Some places do that. I don't know. Maybe she was just super busy. But for whatever reason, very successfully handed me 3 coffees through the car window. And I sort of arranged them in the interior of the car and drove off. I said, thank you very much, and on my way. But I realised the next hurdle in life was parking the car, grabbing all my stuff, getting out of the car with 3 coffees and not spilling the coffee.
Stressful.
And I was well aware that this could be one of those moments where I spill all the coffee because it has happened to me in the past. I don't know if you've spilled coffee. I've successfully...
Yes, I have.
You have?
You remember that time I bought you and me a coffee for some bizarre reason? I don't know why I did this. I rested them on the little bit between the 2 chairs. You know, like...
Oh, that's right. Not even in the cup holders.
Not even cup holders. I rested them.
On the
armrest. And then I drove.
And you turned a few corners.
And then I literally braked and they flew off into the footwell.
And you're like, how did that happen?
And I was like, you deserve that. You silly.
No, you didn't blame
silly.
the coffee. You blamed yourself.
No, I was so mad at myself. Anyway,
That's
so
all right.
I've done it and I hate it. So I feel for you.
I've actually successfully dropped a single cup of coffee, which is hard to do. So I'm getting out of the car, I'm grabbing my backpack, grabbing my keys, my phone, my wallet, got the coffee, opening up the door, and all of a sudden the coffee's all over the road. And you sort of look at the road and you look at the coffee everywhere and you're like, oh, well, that's a great start to the day. Anyway, I knew getting out of the car, 3 coffees, a stack of 3, which is not easy to do. I've never done a stack of 4.
I've done a stack of 2 and I put my chin on the top one.
Yeah, I hope it's your coffee under your chin.
Always.
No one else wants chin coffee.
No.
So I made sure that my coffee was on top. Stack of 3.
Yeah. Chin?
Backpack, keys, wallet,
Chin
phone.
coffee?
Yeah, mine was on top.
Yeah.
So chin coffee.
Yeah.
But when you got a stack of 3, it's the middle one that you're not too sure about.
If that one had shot out, that could have been Casey's coffee. I was definitely the one.
No, if the middle one shoots out, the only one you have any chance of rescuing is the one you're holding at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my one.
Oh, is that your one?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Obviously. Come on, mate.
Successfully got the 3 coffees into the studio, and I didn't think I'd be telling this story this morning. So I just wanted to give myself a round of applause because I have dropped coffee before.
Okay.
I've left coffee on the top of my car and driven off.
In all seriousness, you've
Coffee
dropped...
all the way down the back of the car.
Just quick question. You've got your 3 coffees. Hypothetical, one goes. You walk in.
Well, we all have different coffee orders. So I know you're asking the question, who gets the coffee?
Okay, hypothetically, they're all the same.
Oh, then I'd get the
dropped one.
coffee.
Hey?
I'd get the coffee because I'm here first.
Then who would get the second coffee?
Nobody would know. Oh, no, I did text you all saying we're getting
Who
coffees.
would get the second coffee?
You both would get the second coffee equally? I don't know. No, I'm married to
So
use.
much for
No, I'm
better or
married
for
to you.
worse,
Of
for
course,
richer or for poorer,
you know what I do?
for coffee or for no coffee.
You know what I'd do? I'd be covered in coffee. I'd get back in the car. I'd go back around again.
Yeah, you
and
would.
this time I'd ask for a tray.
Yeah, you would. You're a good man. You'd never make us do a show without coffee.
Although Casey's coffees are pretty good.
Anyway, where's this story going?
Well, this morning I thought we'd put together a Lucy list. It's unlike you to want to hurry
it
up.
up.
It's unlike you to want to hurry up a conversation. It's time for a Lucy list.
The Lucy List.
When did you drop a coffee? Because I know you'll remember. I've dropped one off the top of my car as I drove off all the way down the back of the car, and I'm like, how did I forget the coffee?
Yeah.
Dropped a singular coffee, which I thought was pretty amazing. I don't know how I did that. Also, and I'm guaranteeing you this is the only time anyone's ever said this, I brought coffee back to work, I think a tray of 4 or 5 coffees, but I had a tray at the time, walked in through the front door of reception, then I got shot in a very delicate place from a tennis cannonball cannon operated by my co-host.
Oh, who was
and I dropped all the coffees all over the floor at the front of reception. I am the only man on the planet that can say that, I reckon. And there's video evidence of said co-host shooting me in a very delicate area with a tennis ball cannon.
Who was that? Gosh, she should have gone to HR.
I don't believe we had a HR back in those days.
Lucky, that's why we didn't have a HR and she got away with it.
And she laughed and she laughed.
It was a pretty
and she
funny video.
laughed.
It was a pretty funny video.
You know when people drop to their knees and laugh so hard they fall over onto their side and they're on the floor almost doing that little spinny run around on the floor because they're so happy because they've shot somebody with a tennis ball cannon and they've dropped all their coffees? And that's the woman I married.
Talia in Werribee's texted, early morning text. Hello, Talia. She goes, I went into church holding 2 large cappuccinos. I tripped on a step and I launched them onto the carpet, and you're not allowed coffee on the carpet at church.
No.
Well, it's church. They have to forgive you.
They do. Straight out the gate, they have to forgive you.
They have to forgive you. So, no harm, no foul, I think. Jess, this is a bad one. You might cry over this one. Lucy, I dropped 6 coffees in a car park once. I was bringing coffees to a new mums group and the tray gave up on life.
Yeah. 6 is a lot.
That's a lot of money.
6 is a lot for one person.
That's 35, 40 bucks maybe.
Is that
40
4?
bucks of coffee.
Is that 4 on the bottom? If you've got 3 on the bottom and then 3 on top of the 3 on the bottom, but if you've got 4 on the bottom,
Maybe
can you put
2
2 on the
trays.
top? It's just too much. It's too much coffee to move.
And
for
you
one
go
person.
into the mums group and you'd be like, guys, I did buy coffees. And they're like, sure you did, Janine. What's her name, Jess? They're like, sure you did, Jess.
Oh, okay. It's
So I
not
really
Janine.
did.
It has to be Jess.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
Jess,
you.
that's an expensive one. And Mark and Berrick's just quickly texted in saying he got his boss's latte all over himself in the lift at work. Yeah, that's...
It's not a good look either when
Mark.
you have to spend the rest of the day in the office with giant coffee stains all down your front.
Oh, we've all had that. We've all done a coffee spill and had it on your legs at work.
Have you spilt coffee on your
Yeah,
person?
I've had, because sometimes I do that thing where I drink and then it pops out the top and then you get coffee on your top.
Oh, you have trouble actually drinking the coffee.
Yeah.
And
These
some
are
of
good. These
some
are
of the
good.
plastic lids can be a bit confusing.
Yeah.
I will say that. Just give me a sippy cup. That's all I need. Don't make it too complicated.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
I was thinking about this era of my life as a parent because I've got a few friends and people in my life who are having babies or their kids are having babies. So babies are kind of back in my view where for a period of time they weren't. And I'm thinking as I'm watching these people with kids and they're struggling because they've got sleepless nights. And I'm thinking about how back then I thought that was the hardest era, especially the toddler era, and you're just waiting for them to grow up and out of it. But no one really tells you that every era is a hard era. And then you get to the teens and it's an all new kind of hard. You think that once they're out of the toddlers, it's smooth sailing, but it's just a different kind of difficult, especially when it comes to teenagers. Now, I think the reason I think this is, and hear me out, I was the perfect teenager and I didn't cause my parents any problems.
She's being honest, guys. This is what she truly believes.
Not saying our kids are problems, but I didn't know that the teenager years brought a whole... Maybe I was a moody teenager and I don't recall. There's a good chance I was. I will say that. But toddlers versus teenagers, they're both hard eras, but they're just different hard eras.
Are you asking what's harder?
I want to get there in just a moment, but I want to throw a few things at you and I want you to choose which one is harder, okay? So let's think about, would you rather a toddler giving you a tantrum in Woolies, or would you rather a teenager giving you a tantrum where they slam the door and they say, I'm fine? Which tantrum would you like? A toddler tantrum or a teen tantrum?
It's a good question.
It is a good question. Pick your heart. Which one?
Only because I've been through it, I think I could absolutely negotiate a toddler tantrum.
Oh.
Because I
okay.
don't care what people think.
So you think toddler a bit
Tantrum
easier?
away, toddler.
Okay, great.
You're not getting anything out of me.
So you think toddler era? Okay, another.
No. I think it would be harder to navigate the teenager tantrum.
Yeah, so I'm saying toddlers are easier.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay, how about this one? Give me the music. Toddler wakes you at 3 a.m. or a teen keeps you awake worrying because they're not home at 3 a.m.
No, I think I'm leaning that the toddler's easier.
Totally. This is my thing. All right, listen to this. How about this one?
All right.
Toddler refuses the food. I don't like this. Or a teenager who stares into a full fridge and is like, there's nothing to eat. And they've eaten everything already.
I had this exact conversation with my tween-year-old daughter
Told
who
you.
opened up the fridge yesterday, and it's just a fully stocked
It's
fridge.
full to the brim, our fridge.
And I could just see the disappointment on her face where she felt like there was nothing to eat. No, I'm going to lean that's probably harder. If you've got a screaming toddler that won't eat any food, and there's food on the ceiling, and there's food on your face and their face, and there's food in the brand new laptop that you bought,
Yeah.
I think I might be leaning that it's tougher with a toddler in that scenario.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, final one. Let me do a final one for you. How about this? With a toddler, you get to choose their outfits. With a teenager, you literally have no say, and they're going out wearing very interesting
What are they wearing?
Very interesting things.
Knowing that
sometimes.
some kids might be in cars right now.
Oh, no, I love all kids.
Yeah. Fashion choices are great, guys.
Our daughters are very creative, and I love that
Creative
about them.
is the word. Creative is the word we're
Creative.
using.
But I'm saying when you could choose their outfits and then you can't choose their outfits.
I'm a dad, so
You don't care, do you?
if they're wearing pants
You're happy.
and maybe a thong,
Okay.
I'm thinking we're off to Woolies.
Okay.
You have to pick a side. Before you ask the Light family to pick a side, you pick a side. Toddlers versus teenagers.
Toddlers
Go.
versus teens, which was the hardest era for me. I think teens are harder because with toddlers, you kind of exert all this control because you're their parent. So you go to bed. I'm strapping you into the car seat. You will wear this. You will have this immunisation. Like you are the fully in control of this little tiny human. But teens are becoming like these self-aware adults, and you can't be like, you will eat this, because they're like, I won't. And then you just stand there and it's a Mexican standoff. And so there's all these emotions, and also you're really conscious of trying to help these teens grow into great adults, and you're trying to be really careful with them, and you're trying to raise them the best way, and you're trying to have these long, deep and meaningfuls at 3 a.m. in the morning. And so I feel like for me, teens is almost not a harder time, but there's just more at stake, I feel. Is that right?
So you're going teens tougher than toddlers.
Yeah, teens tougher than toddlers. That's what I want. That's the question this morning. 1300 777 899. Toddlers versus teens. Great text coming in. Listen to this. Louise in Lilydale says teens are hardest because little people, little problems. Big people, big problems. She goes, and they have so much more influence from social media now too.
Yes, a lot of existential crises on a Tuesday night.
That's right. And our little ones just aren't on the screens as much as maybe our
little
teens
ones, the
are.
biggest crisis is what have they got stuck up their nose this time?
Georgie in Glen Waverley says, toddlers are more physically exhausting, but teens are emotionally exhausting.
Toddlers absolutely are a full contact sport.
Oh, yeah.
You are the fog of war and the exhaustion that descends upon you for about 3 years when you've got toddlers.
8 years, I reckon.
Is absolutely undeniable. But I would say, the mind game for teenagers is a big one.
Yeah, Leanne has said the exact same thing as Georgie. Leanne goes, toddlers are more physically exhausting, but teenagers are emotionally draining. So a lot of people, but in a good way, if any teens are listening, like, we love you. We love you opening up to us. No, we do. Open up to us and we will hold space for you any time of the day, 1 a.m. But you know what? You could do it at 6 p.m, like after dinner when we're all awake, but totally fine in the middle of the night too.
It's all good.
We love you, teens. 231 says toddlers are harder years because they're totally dependent on you. Teens were okay because I brought my kids up right. That's what they said.
Oh, good for you.
I love that, though. I love that. So many texts coming in. Amanda in Ringwood says, give me toddlers any day. Yes, they may have a tantrum in Kmart, but my teen will publicly roast me in Kmart. Oh, and Hayley in Cranbourne says, toddlers need you every minute, but teens act like they don't need you at all. But then at 10 o'clock, they suddenly want to debrief their entire friendship group drama with you. I know, but isn't that lovely, though, that the teens are like, I've got to talk to you now, and they just want to debrief? I think that's really special.
Well, at least they're talking to you.
But my daughter's like, Mum, can we have a talk? Can you come into my room? I'm like, oh, yes, here I go. Get a cup of tea, sit down. I'm ready for it. I love it. Jody in South Morang's on the phone. Hello, Jody.
Good morning.
What do you reckon, toddlers versus teens? On the back of this amazing teen event we've got tonight to help people with teens, what do you think's trickier, toddlers or teens?
So I've worked with all, and I teach people that work with all ages. And if we remember that all behaviour is communication, because it's always trying to tell you something, we can usually work out what a toddler needs. It's, one of the foundational needs. It's hunger or connection or sleep or something like that. So we can usually get to the bottom of it. Teenagers, however, there's a lot of miscommunication. So we probably think we know what their need is, but we don't really know what it is. So it goes on for longer. So I definitely think teenage years are much harder.
Well done, Jody. Somebody that has the experience. I will say one of the frustrating things, the best thing about teenagers, if they're feeling a bit under the weather, Dad, not feeling that great, I might go to the bathroom because I feel like I'm going to be sick. Toddlers, just sick.
On you.
Everywhere.
Blech.
In the car,
Yeah.
in your office,
In your face.
all over you.
Yeah.
Without any warning.
Yeah.
Maybe like a second's warning. Not feeling well, sick.
So that's your vote for... Do you know what? Lovely Jody just did the most heartfelt phone call, and then
No,
you
she
come
said
off the
it's
back
all-
of it with talk about
Listen,
throwing up.
This is
I'm
how
so
I connected.
sorry, Jody.
No,
I'm
Jody,
so sorry.
Jody unlocked it for me. It's all about communication. And my biggest lack of communication are when toddlers are sick. This is a good conversation to have. Thank you for weighing in, like family. Coming up next, toddlers versus husbands.
I know what's harder right now.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful Monday podcast, well podcasted, everybody. Well podcasted, Lucy.
Thank you.
Well podcasted, Casey.
Thank you.
You're eating again into the microphone.
How can you hear that?
Because you're like this. Oh, no,
I
thank
don't know.
you.
Oh, gosh.
Like, I thought I was bad, but she is 1,000 times worse than I am.
Oh, no. You're both awful at your microphone techniques. Both of you.
I'm better. I
Both
don't
of
do
you.
this.
Sweetheart, you don't even have a popper stopper on your mic right now.
Because you know what? I'm the
What?
producer, and producer does what producer wants to do.
I say
Drops
this.
mic.
I
she
say
eats with no... She hasn't...
I say this with all love. And also based on the fact that Casey once had a profound moment that she was going to be loud and excitable Casey, and she
Yep.
doesn't care what people think about that. So I say this with all love. This is you on the microphone.
For dramatic effect.
That's you.
Yeah.
No, that's...
This is Casey. As somebody that has to edit the podcast. As somebody that has to edit the podcast. I say this in all love. You are both horrendous at your microphone.
Do it again. What do I do? Do it one more time. You have to hear it.
Not the whole time.
Go, go.
Just occasionally.
All right, go.
This is Casey. Just occasionally. But I feel like it's a safe space.
And
I don't-
eating.
listen,
and eating. And she eats.
I don't want either of you to change.
Okay, folks.
But if it's a contest between who's the worst, you both win a trophy.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
We win. Yay!
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
And bit.